Is your lead in your book interesting enough? So this is a question I ask writers all the time when I get manuscripts, and I'm going to speak specifically about novels. And in a novel, the very first thing a publisher, agent, or a reader is interested in is, who's this person I want to journey with over the next 300 pages, 15 hours, if it's an audiobook, or if you're reading it 8 hours of your time. Is this person enough for me? Are they gripping me? Are they engaging me? And how do you write that person? So the first way is to understand that you cannot base a character on yourself. Often writers come to me and they have the maxim, write what you know, and you've lived through something, and it's really vaguely interesting, so you're going to write a novel about it. So my first thing is, please don't base a character in a novel on you or potentially anybody you know. Rather sit down and suck out of the ether a character who is vivid and exciting and quirky and different and particular, and they are worthy of a reader following for the length of time a book demands. And doing that is an exercise in creativity and of drafting character. So when we draft character, we really do want somebody who is tightly formed. And the second thing to know about drafting or drawing character is, what is the challenge that they are going to have to undergo that is going to shift them into a hero? Because that is what the basis of a book is. So not only do we need a compelling, exciting, quirky character, but we need somebody who needs to go on a journey. And the journey is going to be to grow, to shift, to grow up, to become whole, to become bigger, better, wiser, stronger. Sounds like an anthem for a sports match. So we're looking for those things. And it's critical that the character you devise is genre relevant. So if you're writing a young adult, it's going to be drawn from that pool of characters. It's going to be drawn from somebody who is 14, 15, 16 years old and tackling and handling issues that a 16-year-old would handle. If you're writing a thriller, we know that the character, your protagonist, your lead, is going to be in a fight for life. So we want somebody who it's going to be difficult for them to fight physically, because the thriller involves physical fighting for your life, for somebody's life, your reputation. So we really want to begin with thinking, who could be this person who's going to be tasked of this? And it's going to be very hard for them, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be a book, right? So if it was a Navy SEAL and they were in a fight for life, it wouldn't be as compelling as an academic like your Da Vinci Code, where he doesn't want to physically fight and he's thrust into this world where he is required to do that. So those are the beginning of crafting interesting characters, compelling characters. Don't base it on yourself. Make sure they have a task, a story goal. We need to know that they have to fight for something, and we understand what it is and that it's going to demand everything of them. And number 3 is just make sure it's genre relevant, genre specific, and it speaks to the reader who's buying that book. And just as I finish off, just a reminder that we buy books by genre. So if I love crimes, I read a lot of crimes, I expect certain characters in crimes. And when I encounter a crime novel, I want to know that, I'm going to follow this character on a journey. Likewise for adventure, likewise for young adult, likewise for sci-fi, likewise for speculative fiction, likewise for romance. So start being very specific when you start to draw character, and draw it with a view to keep the Netflix generation, the modern reader, engaged, excited, and on board, and continually wanting to know what is going to happen next to this person. How is their life going to get worse? And be unable to put that page down.